Hey everybody, welcome to an upper body tempo routine for upright Bowflexes like this. My name is Eric and I'm going to be working out on a Bowflex XCEED, but you can do this routine on a Bowflex Xtreme or a PR 3000, really any of these style of machines that are upright just like this. And in today's video, all of our lifts are going to be through this bottom set of pulleys here. We won't be needing the seat or the leg extension, so you can go ahead and detach that now. And in this video, I've got mine set up in the widest position down here, and then up in the middle pulleys, I've just got it in the narrowest position. So you can start running your cables and stuff right now. I would wait to rack up your resistance though until we get through our warm-up, which we're going to have coming up in just a moment. But first, let me tell you about today's routine. We've got 8 different exercises that we're going to do 3 times each for a total of 24 sets. And each of our sets, we're going to take really slow, and we're only going to do 5 repetitions for each set. But each rep is going to be 6 seconds long. So we're going to basically spend 1 second lifting up the weight, then we're going to hold it for a second, and then we're going to slowly lower the weight over the course of 4 seconds. So these really slow reps are going to be really challenging. This isn't low tempo cardio where you're not moving. This is going to be tough because you're really increasing your time under tension, which is great for strength building. It's also going to be good for your joints, and it's also good for what they call the mind-body connection, or what normal people probably call their coordination. So all of this is all programmed into this clock right behind me here. All you've got to do is just follow along with me. This clock is also going to be counting our reps as we go, and then we're going to have our rest intervals. After each of our sets, we're going to actually be doing each set 3 times in a row, or the same exercise 3 times in a row. So you can adjust the weight setting from lift to lift, or you can keep on the same weight setting for the entire routine, which I've kind of designed this routine so I don't need to actually change the weight setting for any of my lifts. So you can keep up with that, or just adjust as we go. So one other thing, there will be previews of the lifts showing up on the screen. So I hope it's all easy to follow. I hope you have a good time following along with me, and go ahead and hit that like button if you're going to be joining me. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate all of that. So let's go ahead and get all loose with that warm up, and then we're going to rack up our resistance and get right into our routine. I'll see you right back for that. All right, let's start by loosening up our neck. We're going to do some saucers. Pretend your nose is at the middle of a spiral, and you're slowly going to bring it out wider and wider, and make bigger and bigger circles until you can't get any bigger. We're gonna make a few full circles here, and now let's change direction and slowly bring it in. All right, next we're gonna do what are called tuck jacks. So you're gonna combine a high knee and a jumping jack here. So you're gonna bring your hands together up top, and then as you raise your knee, lift up, or bring your hands underneath them. So just like this here. And this is going to get just our blood flowing, kind of loosen up our upper body at the same time. Nice little efficient warm up here. And if you want, you can do a little jogging in place as well. We just want to get our blood flowing and nice and loose. So tuck jacks, so for me, and we're going to be doing this for another 50 seconds or so until that clock hits 2 minutes. And while that's counting down, I'm going to be showing a few of the lifts we'll be doing here today up on the screen. And there'll be more time with those on the screen before we actually get into them. But keep loosening up here. Another 25 seconds, let's go. All right, so we got a few more seconds here, and we're going to then move to some torso twists. So for this, you're going to just keep your feet shoulder width apart, arms out wide, and then you're going to spin side to side here and loosen up your back. Keep those arms outstretched. A couple more spins here. Nice, okay, so same position. Arms out wide, and now we're going to do a little flutter here, loosen up our chest, and then we're going to pull our arm across here for an arm pull, and that's going to loosen up our tricep and our bicep a little bit here. Now let's move into some more flutters, and pull, One more time on each side, some nice flutters here, keep it going. And pull. Flutter, flutter. Let's pull again. It's our last pull here. And then we're going to move into some wrist spins. We're trying to loosen up our wrist and our forearms with this here. And all we got to do is just spin our hands here. Really think about loosening up our wrist joint here. We're going to be doing a lot of bicep curls and a lot of pulling motions today. So just want to get this all nice and loose here. And then finally, let's keep our feet about shoulder width apart. And we're just going to do a nice forward fold here and reach down towards your toes. So we're going to hold this for about 10 seconds. And then we're going to go up in 3, 2, 1. And we're going to do another forward fold here. Let's get into that. And we're going to hold it until the timer ticks out. All right, so minute and 20 seconds here so we can rack up our weight. Again, I've got my pulley positions. Bottom pulley, widest spot. Middle pulley, narrowest position. In our weight settings today, I've got 3 different weight settings recommended based on where you're at. Heavy weight setting, 80 pounds of resistance is what I do. Medium weight setting, a 50-pound power rod, and a lightweight setting, I go with a 30-pound power rod. You could do 20 if you're really new to the Bowflex as well. I'll be racking up 80 pounds here for our heavy weight setting. So again, you can adjust the weight setting throughout today's routine. I'm going to be leaving this 80 pounds racked up for our entire routine today. So our first exercise here is going to be called just the seated row. And you could be sitting down on the ground here for this, but I'm actually going to be seated on a yoga ball. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to pull this weight back here, and we're going to hold it for 1 second and then slowly release over the course of 4 seconds. So I'm going to be up on a yoga ball here because I'm not sure how much of me is on camera as I'm doing that. So you can be on a yoga ball too, or a chair, or you can just be seated on the ground. And we're just going to take off here in 3, 2, 1. So you're going to pull, and you're going to hold it for 1 second and then slowly release. And then when you hear that beep, I want you pulling the weight back up. Slowly release then until you hear another beep. Pull. All right, so that is our first set. And we're just going to have 20 seconds off, and then we get into our next set. So again, you can adjust the weight if you need to. And actually, if you want, you can get a little bit further away from your machine if you want to also increase your resistance that way. So again, pull on the beep. And you're going to slowly release it. And if you ever find yourself at full extension here, and you haven't heard that beep, just pull the weight in and hold it until you hear it. All right. Got another 20 seconds, and then we have our final set of rows coming up. So I got a little out of sync with the timer. That's okay. Pull and then hold it until you hear that beep, and then try to get back in sync with it. All right, here we go. One more set. Let's pull, slowly release. All right, nice. So that's our first set of 3 rows. And between each exercise, we've got double time for resistance here, or for our rest period, so 40 seconds off. And that's going to allow us to get in position for our next lift, which is going to be a bicep curl. And this is just going to be, you're facing the tower here, and you're just going to curl the weight up, and then you're going to slowly drop the weight. So as you do this, I don't want you rocking your back. You want to be standing up straight and tall and not putting any momentum into this. So here we go, curl, and then you're slowly going to drop that weight down. Curl. Last one. All right, nice. 20 seconds of rest here. And then we got another set. And one great thing about a workout routine like this is, and really all the routines I have for the Bowflex, is they can be customized. It's curl. They can be customized to whatever difficulty you want. It's all based on how much weight you got racked up. Curl. And to go with that, I do have beginner routines on the channel that are a little bit slower pace, and I've got more advanced routines that have longer work intervals, shorter rest intervals, but you can really, you know, increase or decrease the difficulty based on your resistance. So, all right, let's curl. Now this one should be starting to get tough for you as is, because third set of bicep curls in a row here. Slowly drop that weight. Next lift coming up is going to be our hardest lift of this routine. It's what I call the kettlebell swing. And so you probably have seen kettlebells before where people do this with them and you have to really control the weight all the way through the motion. Well, we can kind of replicate that here on the Bowflex. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab both sides of the handle here. You can also grab the handle like this if you'd like. And then we're going to kind of get in the squat position here. And then we're going to lift the weight up. And then we're going to slowly retract here. It's difficult because you're in this, you're holding this squat position and you're slowly letting that weight pull back. All right, you got this. 2 more after this. Come on. There we go. That is our hardest lift of this routine. We got 2 more sets of that coming up. Stick with it. You can do this. Let's get in position. Squat on down. Now let's swing that kettlebell up and then slowly drop it. Lifting on that beep. One more set of those kettlebell swings coming up. Hardest lift of the day. And then it's not easy from there, but it gets easier. Here we go, swing. kettlebell swings are over. You got this. We're going to keep with this kettlebell kind of concept here, and we're going to move into kettlebell raises here. We're going to basically have the same grip, except we're going to be pulling the handle up towards our chin here. So I'm kind of facing away from the machine towards the camera. You can also be facing the machine just like this, but what you want to do, pull that handle up to your chin and then slowly drop the weight down. All right, here we go. 2, 1. Let's raise it up and then slowly drop it. All right, 20-second rest, and then we're doing 2 more of those in a row. So after these kettlebell raises, we're gonna have a 1:20 break where we can, kind of recover a little bit, grab some water, and then we're gonna finish out with 12 more sets in a row. So that'll be our halftime. All right, let's raise it up, hold it for a sec, and then slowly drop. Feel a nice squeeze kind of in your shoulder blades and upper back here. All right, there we go. One more set. Now these tempo routines, I really like these for, if you're new to the channel or new to working out in the Bowflex, you learn those motions and those exercises really well, but they're also really great for if you've been doing this for a while. So raise it up. A lot of my routines on the channel are more HIIT style work, and these routines are really great for trying to increase the resistance that you normally do, and maybe you can take that away to your HIIT routines later on. Whew, okay, halftime. Grab some water if you need it. And we'll be getting back to it in just a moment. Now this is your time here. Shake it out, do what you need. Now I mentioned if you're new to the channel, I want to tell you about if you don't quite know where to start, I'm going to have a link in the description. I've got different workout programs and memberships and stuff, and check that out. That might be an offering you might be interested in. The programs really tell you where to start, how to progress through all these routines. And also this video is going to go up January 1st of 2023. So as part of that, I'm going to be opening this up where everybody can participate in a workout challenge of just completing 12 Bowflex workouts on the channel, open up to everybody. So check that out as well. There'll be a link in the description. So anyways, back to our routine. Our next lift, we're going to be seated on this platform here, and we're going to do some shoulder press. So for this, you're just going to be seated here, legs out wide or out in front of you. And then raise your arms up, hold it, and then slowly drop. Lift it up and slowly drop. Another one you should be feeling in your shoulder blades. A little bit different spot this time though. All right, 20-second rest here. So as you do this, I want you thinking about, sitting up nice and tall, perfect posture, and press up, hold it for 1 sec, and then slowly drop. This is really going to engage your abs and your core here as well, as you're not resting up against anything and you're lifting weight above your head. One more shoulder press coming up right after this 20-second break. Let's get in position, y'all. Hands at shoulder height. Let's raise it up and slowly drop. All right, there we go. Back on our feet. Next, we're going to do some more bicep curls. These are going to be a little bit different. I call them reverse curls here. And basically, you can be leaning up against the backrest here, and we're going to be curling. Or alternatively, if that feels a little weird to you, you can just stand straight up and tall, curl, and then again, we're going to keep that slow pace going. I kind of like put my back up against the rest, especially after that last lift. All right, 2, 1. Let's curl, hold it for a sec, and then slowly drop that weight. Now, in the weightlifting world, when you're curling the weight up, that's called a concentric contraction. And we're doing that pretty quick. And then when you hold it for 1 second, the fully curled up position, that's your isometric contraction. And then as we slowly drop that weight down, that's going to be our eccentric contraction. So concentric, hold it, isometric, and then eccentric. I just like to call it the lifting, the holding, and the lowering phase. All right, so lifting phase. Holding phase, and that drop. Lift, hold, drop. One more set. I told you low tempo does not mean easy. Shake it out if you need to. Last set of bicep curls. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Lift, hold, drop. Lift, hold, and lower. If your biceps aren't feeling it right now, if you're not feeling it at that point, on future routines, I want you add in just a little bit more weight. I know it's a little late to add it now, but your arm should be really struggling there. So we have 6 more sets left. And let me show you our next exercise. And that is going to be a standing cross row. So you're going to grab the opposite handle here. So your cables are going to cross in front of you. And you can either stand on the platform or just in front of it. And you're now going to raise these handles up to shoulder height. And then you're slowly going to drop. So let's lift, hold it for a sec, and lower. Lift, hold, lower. 5 more sets to go. You got this. Get in position. Lift. So we got one more back exercise coming up, or one more set of that, and then we're gonna move into some forearm work coming up right after this. For a low tempo routine, this stuff feels like it moves pretty fast. Final exercise coming up, and we're actually going to do 2 different exercises, and I'm going to show you both. I want you to do, first we're going to do a forearm curl where we're going to lift the weight like this, and this is actually going to be to a 30-second timer. We're not counting our reps here. I just want you to go at whatever pace feels good for you. So you're going to do a curl here, working our inner forearm, and then after that we're going to do a little revving motion where we're lifting the weight up, and that's going to work the same spot. So first we're going to start out with this curl here, and we're just going to again kind of roll our hands up, hold it for a sec, and then drop back down. And we're not really moving the handles all that much through this motion. That's just kind of the nature of it. We're just building our grip strength here. And now we're going to move into this forearm raise here. So I like to think of this as you're on a motorcycle and you're trying to rev the handles up here, and you're just going to raise them up just a little bit like that. Here we go. Lift those handles up. Ten more seconds, let's go. Final set coming up, and you can choose what you want as your final set between those forearm curls and those raises. I'm going to do another set of these wrist curls here, or forearm curls. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I want you curling. Let's go. All right, good work, everybody. Don't forget to remove your power rods from tension. It's important so your power rods are going to keep their resistance and be nice and strong, just like you. But before we go, I want to mention this workout challenge, a little bit more on that. So if you completed this workout today, if you want to participate in my January workout challenge, comment below and use a hashtag in your comment. It could be a hashtag, whatever you want. It could be hashtag 2023. It could be hashtag Bowflex, whatever you want. And from there, that's going to get everything running and it's going to track your workout. I'll have a link in the description as well about how this workout challenge goes. And we'll put you up on the leaderboard and also give you a personal tracker of all of this stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this workout. I hope you come back. Don't forget the subscribe button. So until next time, though, be good to yourself, be good to others, and thank you for watching.